All right, so today we'll see Snowflake cache. Okay, where the data is cached. So if you remember, this is the architecture, and the first one is cloud service layer. So wait, yeah, this is the cloud service layer, and again virtual warehouse layer, and the last one is data storage layer. Okay, so uh, of cache we have. The first cache is cloud service layer cache. Okay, so I'll take one small table as an example. First time it takes like lot of time. So how much time my query is ran? 4 seconds. 4 seconds. So if I rerun the same query once again, 28 milliseconds, right? And if I go to the history, yeah, this is the first time, which took like 48 seconds. If I go here, query ID profile, here you can see partition scanned, partition total, bytes scanned 103. Okay, if again I click on here and if I find the recent, see there is no partition scanned. Query result reuse. So let's see, any query you ran, the result will be cached. That means like ran this query. Okay, so if any other user, whoever is there working for the same company, if he write the same query, he will get the result immediately in less than 1 second. Okay, so whatever the query results, so this is one query. Whatever this results, the results will be cached in the cloud service layer for 24 hours. For 24 hours. Okay, that means if I'm taking like scanning like one terabyte data, 1 terabyte, let's say it took 30 minutes time first time. First time it will take 30 minutes, but next time it will take less than 1 second. If you see 27 milliseconds, less than 1 second, right? So imagine like you have petabytes of table or TBs of data tables. The first time the query will run for 30 minutes, 1 hour based upon the size of your data. But if you rerun, not only you, anyone you are from the same company, whoever using the same account, if they reruns this query, they'll get results in less than 1 second. Okay, that means again I'm repeating. So the results will be saved in the cloud service layer. Okay, in this particular layer for 24 hours. 24 hours. For 24 hours. But there are few conditions. What are the condition? If the base table got uploaded, what is base table? I'm like, this is like customer, this table. If the customer table got updated, then again the cache will become invalid. The query will run from the beginning. Okay. If base table got updated, query will rerun from the beginning. So that's about cloud service layer cache. And again, your query shouldn't change grammatically. What is grammatically? So you cannot, like, let me add like one more thing. I'll alias this table as a customer. Let's see what will happen. You can see again it is rerunning from the beginning. 2.77 seconds means it has rerun from the beginning once again. Or like let me take some large table so it is easy for you to understand. If it is 4 seconds, you will feel like you are getting results immediately. Let's take this 10 GB of table. Yeah, we can see we got results in 2 minutes 30 seconds. So if I rerun this query, how many seconds? 36 milliseconds. That is less than 1 second. So again, if I rerun, it always comes in less than 1 second. So first time it takes like a lot of time. Why second time the results are coming immediately? Because Snowflake is using the cache, right? So what is the query processing? The data is actual data is stored in this layer. Whenever you submit your query plan will be prepared. The query plan will be submitted to warehouse. Warehouse will fetch the data to this layer. It will process. The results will be submitted to cloud service layer. Here it is cached for 24 hours. The condition is grammatically it should not change. If I put new alias C, then what will happen? It will run again for 2 minutes 30 seconds. Or this time it should be less than 1 minute. Okay. So this is about cloud service layer data cache. Now the second type of cache we have is virtual warehouse level cache. Virtual warehouse. Virtual warehouse cache. Okay. At warehouse cache, so let it run. So what happens is virtual warehouse cache again. How the query processing again the data will be moved from storage layer to virtual warehouse layer, right? So here the data is cached till the warehouse is on. Okay. That means, for example, if you suspend the warehouse, then again you will lose the cache here. Okay. So if the data is cached at this level, what if we are avoiding here instead of touching the storage layer again? So select star from sales. So the data is here. Again, for copying the data here to here, it's gonna take some time, right? So we can avoid that time if the data is cached. It is running 1 minute, so let's wait like 1 minute 30 seconds or 2 minutes.
And in cloud service layer, it is for 24 hours only, right?
Yeah, 24 hours.
24-hour what? User login or first time login. Suppose we are working, someone is
From
working
the
on
time,
same.
yeah, just hold on. So from the time you ran the query, that's it.
Okay.
2 minutes 26 seconds. Earlier 27, 28, 29, 30. 5 seconds we got it got saved. Okay. If you see total number of partitions are 666. Total number of partitions scanned 66. Byte returned to the result. So 8 GB 8.49. If you see here, percentage scanned from cache 699 69%, 34%. So if I go to details and if I go to the very first query which I ran today, and let's check this. Anything percentage scanned from cache is 0 because the data is not cached at the level. It ran from scratch. At that time it is 0. Now the latest query, if we check, it is like showing the percentage. Just one sec. Percentage scanned from cache is one second. Yeah, this particular query. Percentage scanned from cache. What is this cache is? This cache is virtual warehouse level cache. Virtual warehouse cache. So in virtual warehouse cache, whatever the data got extracted from storage layer to virtual warehouse, here the data is cached. Till when it is cached? So till the warehouse got suspended. So if I rerun this query, you will get results immediately. But I have an option to turn off the cache. Which cache? Where service level, cloud service layer cache. Used cache result. Okay. Alter session set is equal to false. See, if I make it false, then what will happen is I'm turning off the cloud service layer cache. This is gone. Then what will happen if I run this? Any query, it will take like again, it will run from the beginning. So we'll take like little small table because I don't want to waste 2 minutes. So what I'll do is first I'll make it true. That means the cache is there. Let me abort this. Cache is there. That in less than 1 second it is coming. Now what I'll do is I'll turn off that cache. Where is that command? I'm making it false. Now the cache is gone. Let's see how much time this will rerun again. So let's start from 2 seconds. Let's cache the results now. 33 milliseconds. 36 milliseconds. If I make it false, see, 3 seconds. Okay, we can turn off the service level cache, but we cannot, like, we don't have any option to turn off that. Okay, so we don't have any option to turn off virtual warehouse cache. This is virtual warehouse level cache. So let's say here the data is saved in the term of partitions. I'll come to that. What is partition? We'll see in different class. So this, the data will be moved from this layer to this layer, and here the data blocks will sit here. Okay. Then example, if I take the same example once again, history, I'll go 3 seconds. I'll check this. See, percentage scan from cache, 100% of the data. Okay. So where exactly the data is got cached? The data is cached at the warehouse level. This is like I turned off the. So what I'll do is I'll suspend this warehouse. If I suspend this, right, whatever the data cached will go off. Okay. So if I select the different warehouse now for running this query, I will select the sales ETL. Then what will happen as the warehouse new, again the process start, like the data will be extracted to this layer. Here the data is cached. So when I ran the query first time, almost like 4 seconds, 3.5 seconds. If you see, percentage scanned from cache is 0%. Okay, I turned off cloud service level cache. Again, if I rerun, what will happen? The data is already there, right? In the first time, I already have the data here. Then it won't go to this layer now. So let's see the properties of this particular query which I just ran. See, 3.5 seconds. Now it is like 3 seconds. So if I see the profile, see, percentage scanned from cache, 100%. You can distinguish. So like I said, cloud service layer, immediately you will get the result. See, 58 milliseconds. If I go to the history, query result reuse, that means cloud service layer.
And what about this virtual warehouse case?
I just showed, right? The moment back I already showed. Query result reuse 100%.
Okay, in panel. It means panel we can see virtual warehouse, and in their graph we can see the cloud service layer. You mean to say like that?
See, first of all, we don't even worry. Like, this is just a concept. As a developer, we need to understand. If the query is running, we don't go and see like data is cached or not, right? This is just to understand a simple concept. But cloud service layer, as of now, I'm turning off, but it will never be turned off. It will never be turned off. It is always switched on. Who will disable the cache? Because
Yes.
here, like your 24 hours, no company will disable that. But just to make you understand, I disable. But yeah, understand it like cloud service layer cache, virtual warehouse cache, and storage. Storage layer, it's not a cache, but they are calling it as a permanent cache. It's a permanent storage.
Yeah, physical database.
Yeah,
Right. And when
yeah,
it will be credit, like when it is going from physical database to virtual warehouse, right? At that time they will charge us credit, right? First time.
yeah. For the time your virtual warehouse is on, they'll charge you.
And from virtual warehouse to like cloud service layer cache, they won't charge.
They won't charge. Okay, so this is about data cache. All right, now we'll see a different topic called data sharing. Data sharing in Snowflake. Okay, data sharing. If you want to share the data with customers or vendors, how we can share the data? So yeah, you need to have account admin privileges. Click on share. You will see this. Okay. So you can see I already have a few shares, but what I'll do is it's inbound document. Okay. Anyway, in your case, you will see account usage and sample data. Okay. Let's see. Now, for example, what I will do is create data. Okay, I already have database demo. Let's see this. What are the tables I have? I have all these tables. Create table sales, yes, and all right. While it is creating this table sales, I'll go to shares, outbound share. You need to click on outbound, click on create share name. I'm saying some name, whatever, like share. Okay, so database demo, and I need to select the table in public schema, sales table. This is the table I want to share with one of you. Okay, comment. Uh, some comment like, sales data, maybe sharing with a vendor, like, auditor or something like. So if you have multiple tables, select like multiple tables, source table, target table, whatever you want to share with your customer or vendor. Okay, click on create. Okay, my share is got created. Now the next step is, one second, this go to meeting is blocking my view. Next, add consumers, reader account or full account. Select full. Can one of you ping your Snowflake account number? This one, the first. So here, before AP South one. So I will put this account number. Click on add. Secure sharing is not allowed. Business and okay. Okay, one account added successfully because his account is also business critical. So anyhow,
Mine,
uh,
right?
yeah, yeah, UX0, whoever's, yeah. Can you change your role to account admin on the top right side?
What? Switch role. Account. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so can you
Hmm.
go to share, second icon, share.
Share. Yes.
So
Yes,
now can
correct.
you click on, is there any way I can take a control? Just one second.
Or you can tell me, I will go through. Okay, give control. Fine.
So I have to select that sales share and I need to click on create database from secure share. Okay. Now I will give like sales I shared, right? I'll put like my, so select roles. So I want to give user admin. Sorry, not user admin, sys admin. Create database. Okay. If you see these icons, if anyone
Yes.
shared the data with you, you'll see those icons little different. Okay. So if I click on
Okay.
public, whatever the tables I shared, you can query the data real time. So if any data got changed in my database, immediately it will reflect to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's say I'm working like you are my customer or you are my vendor. You are working in different company, I'm working different company. So I can share my database with you like this.
It means we can share the query as well, or just a table only.
Table, not quite, not quite. Sorry, I was not touching anything. Is it like getting touched? So that's how we can share the data. Okay, now let's say my customer or vendor, they don't have Snowflake account. Let's say they are like not using Snowflake accounts. In that case, how we can give access to them? In that case, we have a concept called reader accounts. For example, let me edit this. So I shared this with, what I'll do is, I will edit this. Sorry, it's not like add consumers. So here, full account means Snowflake account name. But reader account is something like if the customer or vendor, if they don't have any Snowflake account, in that case we need to configure the reader account. Create a reader account. Create a reader account, like let's say, okay, password capital P, password 123. create account. So it takes like, we need to wait 26 seconds, our account will be created. Now see, we got a new URL. So it takes some time to activate, but what I'll do is, I will share this URL with my customer and vendor. I'll share username and password with them.
It means locator is the password.
Password is password 123 I created. Locator, you can ignore that. But let's technically see, this is our account A. This is my account. Cloud service layer, virtual warehouse, storage layer, and this is like my customer account. So in this case, let's say I shared, this is my account. This is account. Okay. First time, both of us, like he's working in different company, I'm working in different company. I want to share data. Then what I did, I created a share, I shared the data with. So when queries, what will happen is technically the query will reach out to the cloud service layer. But again, when I shared the data, when I created a share, the data movement won't happen. The data movement won't happen. What will happen is queries, that query, this cloud service layer will reach out to my cloud service layer. And again, here I created a share, right? It will check like whether I have a share. Yes. Then what will happen is, okay, then it will authenticate that share. Then what will happen? This virtual warehouse will directly connect to my storage layer. It will, whatever the permissions I gave, it will read the data. That means don't pay for storage. Don't pay for storage. He will only pay for compute. Okay. He will only pay for the compute, not for the storage. What in the reader accounts? Reader account, in the case, my customer or vendor, he don't have Snowflake account. If I create a reader account, both storage cost and computing cost will be paid by me. Okay. So that's the difference. I'm a consumer. Yeah, it's like reader account. You can see there is an icon called reader account. But exactly you will see it's like a same like a Snowflake account, but it's a reader account. Okay. Yeah. See, if I shared with the Snowflake account, both, I mean, storage cost will be paid by the person who shared, but computing cost will be shared by you, because I shared with you. In that case, we like don't have Snowflake account. In that case, I need to create a reader account. When I'm creating a reader account, everything will be paid by me, storage cost and compute cost. Understand?
Yeah, it means suppose you are the first user and I'm second. You shared me a file, and when I do the query from my end, my cloud service layer will interact with your cloud service layer. But will I use my virtual warehouse, or it will be yours only?
Your virtual warehouse, because we are not working in the same company. We are like different companies. So
Okay, only the service layer will interact, but otherwise virtual warehouse we are using ours.
right.
Right? Okay.
Now, whatever the data, like you see UX08, it belongs to, but now I want to share this data with, so I can click on add. Okay, so I think I didn't sign up a reader account. Okay, yeah, now it is able to done. Let refresh. So see, reader account, Arun account. Okay, if I want to invoke the access, simply click on edit and remove like whatever you have given. or just drop that.
So this activity can also be performed using SQL, but you have shown some this option, menu option.
Yeah, see, it's same like if you click on like resource monitor, same like sales, and let's say demo I'm sharing with just to save some time, but if you want SQL query, I can give. That's not an issue. Show SQL. So you can see the first step is to create a share. My share name is sales. Grant usage on database. Grant usage on schema. Grant select on view. Grant select. Grant select. So this is the query. First you will create a share. Then you need to give a usage permission on database on schema. Then you need to give a select privilege. So even if you give update and delete, it won't accept. Only select it will take. Okay.